Hey modders, today I'm going to go over how to create launch pads, sort of like the ones that you see in Halo and other games. I use this in my Banjo-Kazooie map to emulate the jump pad and the flight pad that Kazooie uses to get around the level. So it's actually a blueprint jump from the Pavlov Discord gave me, but he said all credit goes to Mark Day, so props to him. Alright, so let's get started. First you're going to drag an empty actor into your scene, and then name it bounce pad. Then click on the add component and search for a box collision and add it. I like to resize the box a little here to be a little more pizza shaped, but you can make it big as you see fit for wherever you're placing it. After that, add another arrow component just to indicate which direction it goes by default. Change the rotation to 90 on the y-axis so that it points up, and then change the arrow size so it's not as huge. Now hit the blueprint button and then hit select. Once it's open, go to the event graph and then right click and add a actor begin overlap event. Drag out the execute node and then add a cast a character and then drag the other actor to the object. And drag out from the execute node again and add a launch character. And then again as the character to the target node. This will be the basis of the blueprint. Now instead of manually changing the values each time we clone this, we can set up a variable to make it easier to edit. Hit the plus button next to the variables and name it bounce height, and then change the type to vector. Make sure instance editable is checked off, and then make sure the variable is visible by clicking on the little eyeball icon. Drag out the box component and click get box. From the box, you'll add both a get up vector and then get roll rotation. And drag out the bounce height variable and hit get bounce height. Right-click and search for vector plus vector, and then hook up the two yellow nodes. From the plus box, drag out and add a rotate vector, and then hook up the previously added get rolled rotation to it as well. Then you'll add the return value to the launch velocity. And this is the completed blueprint. You can pause here if you want to copy pasta it, or just leave the video running and I can explain it a little bit. Basically, it's going to take the existing information from where the box is in the world and then combine it with the bounce height that we set on the object in our scene. So when we copy and paste the blueprint, we can just edit the bounce height each time to our liking. One thing to note are these XYZ overrides. I would always leave the Z checked off so that it doesn't add the player's jump to the bounce and keeps it consistent. But leaving the XY override off means that if the player is running into the pad, it won't shoot them straight up, but rather up into the direction that they were walking in. If you want to lock the launch so that it always goes the same way every time unaffected by player's movement, then I would check off the XY value as well. Now, to illustrate how it works, I'll show you how you can test the bounce without having to actually package the map. Search for example character and then drag it out into the map right above the box. Hit play and then you'll notice it does some crazy Doug Dimmadome thing with its arms, but then it just falls into the ground without bouncing. This is because you're just taking the box's default values. End the play and then click on the box again. And over here in the bounce height, set the Z value to like 1000 or something. You can hit play and you'll see that he now bounces up and down. From here you can just adjust this to your liking. Now to make it directional, just add a number to the X value and then test and see where he launches. As you can see, it launches across the X axis. Now you can just rotate it where you want and go and fine tune it based on your needs. Make sure to delete the test character so that it'll let you save after. And that's it. A lot of games use this mechanic, so I hope it helps out some of y'all with your maps. Till next time, it's been real.